Just take a look at me. I'm that woman. I'm that woman that's been abused. But sometimes people get the wrong idea. They think a woman that's been abused has to be poor or from the wrong side of the tracks or grew up being abused or something like that. That was not my situation. I grew up in a very good home with a very good mother. We went to church every Sunday. My mother was never abused. I was never abused as a young girl. I graduated high school. I graduated college with a degree. Married like I was supposed to. Had a child like I was supposed to. I did all the things right, like my mom said to. And then one day, out of nowhere, the man that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with decided to hit me. And I was thinking, when he hit me the first time, that had to be a mistake. Not me. He wouldn't hit me. Because when we got married, he promised to love me forever, and I promised to love him forever. And everybody thought we looked very good together. And so there was no way that this man would hit me. And he promised, he cried, and said he would never do it again. I believed him, and we went on to the next time. And the next time, he kicked me. And when I was down on the ground, he kicked me hard. And I was realizing this was starting to become a cycle. So as the months went by, I was taking more and more abuse. But because I had a degree and a very good job, he decided to hit me in my face wasn't going to work because he did not want me to lose my job or my income. So I started taking licks in the head, in the back, being kicked, and stuff like that because it was important to him that I kept my income. So I started, and he was important to him too that I looked good. But the things that he loved about me in the beginning was the things that he started to hate about me in the end. He thought I was a very attractive woman, so he married me. He thought I had a very good shape, so he married me. But then all of a sudden he said, "Who are you wearing makeup for?" So I started wearing makeup. "Who are you wearing those clothes for?" So I started wearing bigger clothes, clothes 2 sizes too big, so no, my shape would be unrecognizable at all. But everything I did, it wasn't okay because it was going to be something else. I would come home, get my baby ready, go to bed early at night. He would drag me out of the bed just to kick me, hit me, or give me some type of abuse. If I hit him back, because I had been taught if somebody hits you, you hit them back. If I hit him back, the abuse just got worse, and I couldn't win. So I decided, well, let me not do that. So time went on, I got pregnant, and I figured the abuse would have to stop then. Surely he would abuse me, the mother of his child. I was wrong. The abuse was only worse. Not only did he abuse me, he said he wished I would die and the baby would die as well. So one night he drug me out of the bed, kicked me in my stomach, kicked me in my back. I got up to go to work the next day. And while I was working, I started to bleed, and I went to the hospital. I lost that baby, and when I woke up, it was 2 months later because I had been in a coma for 2 months. I had been in a coma for 2 months after having a stroke, losing the ability to use the right side, my eyesight, and the ability to talk. When I woke up, I did not know who I was and that I even had a child. I had a 1-year-old child already. I didn't know him. They brought him and set him on my bed, and I asked, "Oh, whose baby is that?" And they said, "That's your baby." I did not know I had it. The police was there in my room waiting. They had been waiting every day for 2 months so they could file charges on this man. Because it had to be my story. They wouldn't let it be my family story. It had to be my story. But because I couldn't remember it, they couldn't file charges. I couldn't remember that he abused me. That part of it was gone. I just didn't remember it. So once he realized that I just didn't remember he abused me, he played on that. And he said, "Oh, I love you. After you get through with rehab, let's go home." And that's what I did. Now, my family couldn't tell me he abused me because that's what the police and that's what the counselors and that's what all of us said. Now, I want to go back a minute. This was in 1987. This was in 1987. So the counselor said, don't tell her because if you tell her, her memory and your words will be confused. So it has to be whatever her memory comes back. So I went home with my abuser. And it was months later, I was sitting on my couch, and he went up me to get something out of the cabinet. And I did like this. And I said, did you used to hit me? He said, oh, I would never do that. But in that moment, I was terrified because it was just he, I, and my 1-year-old baby. I said, oh, okay. So I called my mother that next morning when he went to work. And I said, he used to hit me. She said, do you think he did? I said, yes, I think he did. She said, well, what do you want to do? I said, I think I want to come home where you live. I was living in a small town in East Texas. She was living here in Dallas where I was raised. She said, well, what do you want to do? I said, I want to come where you live. She says, well, tomorrow morning, what time does he get up to go to work? I said, he leaves here at 7. She said, I'll be at your house at 7:05. That morning, 3 of my uncles and 5 trucks pulled up and emptied my whole house. And we came back to Dallas to live. And that's where I've been ever since. But that was just the start of it. I came here and I took my baby, I went in my mother's house, and I never left the room. I stayed in there all day, slept all day, but I would sleep during the day, and stay up all night. Because I was very afraid if I went to sleep at night, I would sleep myself into a coma. I never wanted to do that again. While I was in a coma, I could hear people talking to me. I didn't realize I was in a coma, and I was wondering, why can't they hear me talking to them, saying, don't leave me here? Why can't anybody hear me talking? So I was very afraid that at nighttime, if I went to sleep, I would go into a coma again. So all night I stay up. All day I would sleep. I didn't want my baby to leave my sight because when I woke up, I didn't know him. So if somebody took him away from me, then I may not get him back. So my sister, she came over, she said, you know, I've been researching on the website and I found this place called Family Place. Pat needs help. She needs help, baby. She's in trouble. She won't leave this house. She won't leave this room. She won't let this baby go. Now, my mother, the good woman she is, but she's an old school kind of girl. She believes if your child needs help, your family help. The church will help them. We don't go outside for counseling. We'll help. My sister says, no, my sister needs help. She needs it today. My sister picked me up, put me in the car, found the Family Place, and that started a 6-month intense counseling session that I needed at the Family Place. It saved my life. It saved my son's life. That was then. This is me now. I've been a 5-year volunteer at the Family Place Rep Office with David. My son's 26 years old. He's a college graduate. He's married. He has a child. He has a family of his own. But you don't see the scars anymore, but the wounds are still there. David can tell you sometimes that they come up behind me at the office and start talking. I jump because I never knew when I was going to be hit. Nobody's hitting me now. And that was in 1987. But I still jump. Nothing's happening to me now. I still remember every hit. I still remember my face being closed in the car door as I was getting out to get groceries, and my jaw being broken for 6 straight months and wired shut, and scared to go home to see my mother because I did not want my mother to know my husband had broken my jaw. So I can understand when you talk about family members. I never told my family member my husband was hitting me, because 2 things would have happened. I would have told my family member they would have killed him, and somebody would have went to prison. That would have been my fault. So I would have never told my family that my husband was abusing me. That would have never happened. So I don't know in East Texas if it was somebody there that could help me, but nobody offered to help me. But I know I never called the police either, because I just figured I could love my sister loved me enough to buy a family place. And now here I stand. But just because you don't see the wounds, they are still there.